Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. I didn't get a chance. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Linda. I didn't get a chance to look at Sunday stream. Someone said that the whole beginning was missing. Hi, Jennifer. Hello. The whole beginning was missing. I don't understand what that was all about or what's going on there. I didn't get a chance to look. Hi, Raven. Hello. No, I don't want that color. Need some orange. Maybe just a little bit of orange. Little bit of orange. Hi, Linda. 2 Lindas today. Well, we kind of always have 2 Lindas, don't we? We have like 3 Lindas. Hello, Kathleen. I am well, they were saying they were watching the recording and that there was 18 minutes missing. And I don't understand what they were talking about. I didn't get a chance to go see what was happening. I have noticed that when I stream on YouTube, that I don't have an exact time that it starts. The recording starts when it starts. Sometimes it starts early, sometimes it starts, 10 minutes in. You never know. So oh, really? So you leave it as unlisted? How do you get to it right away then? Because I don't do anything with it. It seems like it's, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. You leave it as private. I don't know how to change that. And when do you change it? You can't do it during your stream. Feels like I don't have very much control. Hi, Muriel. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Mitzi. Mitz, did you get your package? I never did get to email you and ask. Did you get your package? So I don't start right away. I start doing something and kind of wait for YouTube to decide when it wants to start the recording. So happy Tuesday, everybody. And guess what? It really is Tuesday this time and not Sunday. See, I don't know what you mean by that, Melissa. Leave it, and then when it finishes processing, I never know when that is. It could be half an hour after I finish streaming, or it could be, 10 minutes. It's always different times. It's always different times. I never know what's going on or what. Jan and Betty, Sherry. Wow, we got a lot of people here today, right off the bat. Hi, Kiki. Let me go back. I think I missed people. Susan and Susan. I think I got everyone. Jane. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Oh, see, I have it as public as I'm streaming. Do I need to change that? Hello, hello. Hi, Branna and Debbie. Wow, gang's all here. Gang is all here. I'm going to use up all this little shimmery stuff. So happy Tuesday, everyone. I'll stop talking shop here. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. And there's another Linda. We've got the 3 Lindas today. So I don't have a lot planned. I've been busy trying to get some stuff done. And so I didn't get everything I wanted to get done. I'm wasting all that shimmery stuff on this baby white. And so I kind of wanted to finish up with the prompt tags, the binder clip full of tags today. I know, we've got 3 Lindas. So I didn't get any of my homework done. I didn't get to work on my project at all. So I kind of want to finish that up a little bit and go on to other things. I want to start doing some, where do I put these? So that I don't lose them. I want to finish up some projects of my own that have been in the works for a very long time and need to be finished. And I'm in the I need to finish things mode. So I've been pulling out some stuff. And I want to finish up the tags. Like I said, I didn't get mine done. I didn't do a single thing. They look exactly like they did in the stream last time. So happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm sure the recording has started now. I want to say happy Tuesday to everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for spending some time. I just need some relaxing time and some chat. Nothing stressful's going on. It just seems like I've got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to get done and that I'm doing, and that I can stress myself out very quickly that way. So I just need to chill. I'm just chilling. And I've got Inka gold everywhere. I pulled it out earlier, and I've been doing some painty papers. So before I get much further, we did some experiments on Sunday. We put some paint to some paper, and let's see how it turned out. I haven't really peeked yet. I kind of peeked at this one, and this one looks pretty boring. We did this one, right, on purple paper. I don't know if I weighted it enough. I don't think I did. It looks all right, but it's kind of boring. It's kind of boring. We might have to add some more stuff to that. Hi, Shelly. We might have to add some more stuff to that one. Let me put my thingies over there. And these are the other ones we did on Sunday, and that one kind of goes in with that, so we'll do something maybe with some of these. Add a little bit more to them. All right. And we've got this one, and this one was not entirely dry on Sunday, and I think it's dry now because I put it on top. I put bubble wrap with this one. I put the fly swatter. Ooh, look at the fly swatter. And I put this, I get this on top of tangerines. This mesh, it's really kind of cool. So that turned out pretty cool. All right. Hello, hello, everyone coming in. Hello, Susan. Are we fighting? What do you mean you want your very own hello, please? All right. So I kind of like the way that one turned out. Oh dear. All right, so I'm going to put my toys over here where I can find them again. I kind of like the way that one ended up. So that one is good. Here is the one that I did with the plastic wrap and the aluminum foil. I haven't done anything. I haven't peeked. Hi, Magical Touch Carol. I haven't seen you in a long time. I haven't peeked at this one, so it'll be a surprise, but we kind of get a preview with this. So let's do the plastic wrap first, and this is just watercolor, the tubed watercolor with a lot of water added to it. Two different colors. I think I did yellow and red. And I just smushed up the plastic wrap so there's wrinkles in it. And you can tell that you've got enough wrinkles if you can see the pigment collecting in those wrinkles. You need to have pigment in the wrinkles. All right. All right. So the plastic wrap, and I love watercolors with this technique because the plastic wrap does not stick to the paper. And you can use it again and again and again, which I do. I try to use the same color family because a lot of times there's paint on the wrap, but that turned out really nice. And I will do some more of those. Hopefully I can get them into the painty papers. So that one is plastic wrap, and this one is the aluminum foil. Uh-oh, it's still wet. It's got wet spots. It'll be fine, but it still has some wet spots. And it stuck to the paper a little bit. I've got paint on here. I might have had too much pigment on there. But you can see the difference between the plastic wrap and the aluminum foil. Oh, caravanning in Cornwall. No internet, poor Debbie. But caravanning sounds fun. Hello, Patricia. Love the foil. I like to crinkle the foil just a little bit more with that usually. But yeah, it turns out really good with the foil. If you can see the little details in it. And for some reason, it kind of ripped the paper a little bit. I've never had it do that before. I must have put too much pigment with it or something, but I've never had that happen before. So that is the aluminum foil, and over here is the plastic wrap. And I love that one too. So this is on a piece of plastic. And you know, wow, it's just sticking all over the place. While I have this piece of plastic out, let's just do that again. Let's do it on a pink paper this time. And what did I use? Did I use the tubes, or did I use the brand new? Did I use these cheap watercolors? Is that what I used that's sticking? I bet that is, because it never happened before. Let's use this stuff that's just a little nicer. Let's do a red. Do I have a yellow? Here's a yellow. Let's try those. I think that's might have been what it is. I've never used that before. Interesting experiment. So let me put some yellow down, some water. I'm going to spray the paper just a little bit just to get some water on there already. And get that paint all into the water, all smushy and watery and good. I've had this paint for a very long time. I'm surprised it's not dried up. So I need to use it or lose it. So I am just going to pour it down here. And then I wonder why it never dries, because I've got so much water on it. Yep, I do. I wonder. Let's get it all over here. All right. And then I'm going to put just a dab of red. Just a dab, just a dab, just a dab. A little bit of water in there to make a little bit of orange, because I'm going to use this brush. I'm not going to wash it out. Get those out of the way. I think that's what happened. Those cheap paints made it stick. Okay, so I'm just going to do that, and I am going to put that plastic wrap right over it again, and I'm going to make sure there's all kinds of wrinkles. And I'm actually going to crinkle up my aluminum foil just a little bit more to make more of those shapes. And then I'm going to set that right in there and press it to make sure that it is touching the paper and trapping the paint underneath really, really well. So I've got paint all over the place that I don't want to spill. Sop that stuff up so I can see the paint underneath here. Okay? Hi, Pamela. So I know that it's going to do something because it's got the paint there, just like that. And maybe I should use up this last little bit of paint. Yeah. Kind of like that. The yellow kind of disappeared. Oh well. So that's what I am going to do, and I'm just going to put it aside, and we'll look at it on Sunday and see what happens, okay? Getting it out of my way so I do not disrupt it while it's drying. Maybe it'll dry by Sunday. It's a few days, so hopefully. All right, so we did a couple other experiments. I don't remember exactly what we did, but here they are. Hey, Kimberly. All right, so I'm getting the books out of the way, and I always weight these with books just so I know that whatever I'm putting on the paper is and of course wax paper in between so I don't get my books all nasty. So I know that the item is on the paper, and this is cross stitch mesh. It's a plastic thing, and we must have used purple paper, pink paper. Look at that. That one turned out cool. I have to go back and see exactly what I did, but that's what happened to that paper. I love the cross stitch. And we only put one in there. That's all wax paper. So that is good. And one more experiment from Sunday. The technique, I have a video on it that I did a couple years ago. This is watercolor tubed paint. I didn't get that on right away, on real good. I don't know what the technique is called, but I use this watercolor paper, or this watercolor paint. Okay, something's wrong with the lid. I just broke the lid. Great. Great. All right, so I'm going to have to fix that later. Put it somewhere where I will remember to fix that. That's a lot of paint to go to waste. It's basically what I just did. You put a lot of water into the paint, and you put different various things into the paint and let it dry, and then you get these really cool effects. So this one we did with the bubble wrap, and bubble wrap is one of my favorites, and you know, it's not completely dry. After 2 days, it's not completely dry, so I don't want to undo it because all that prettiness is going away as I undo it. So I'm going to have to put it aside and let it dry, but you can kind of see what's going on with the bubble wrap, and that is just watercolor. These with the purple did not dry all the way, so if I took that off, I wouldn't get the same effect. It needs to dry before you take it up. So I am going to put that over on the side, and we'll look at this on Sunday too, because this one looks like it's going to be a really cool one. All right. So I put too much water with it probably. And of course, it was on the bottom of the stack also, so that takes, it's just copy paper. It is just copy paper. I used white for some of them, and this is just a 20-pound paper. I used the colors in some of those and white on some of the other ones. It's just 20-pound copy paper. Nothing special. Nothing special at all. You can do that in a journal if you don't mind getting your pages all wrinkly, because a lot of water is added. The pages will get wrinkly. But I really like that effect. I believe the video from a couple of years ago is called Watercolor Techniques, and I put in all kinds of different things. As you saw me taking things off, I'm upset that this broke. I'm upset. It depends on what you put in there, how the paint is trapped, and however the paint is trapped and dried, that is what is left. I can't believe that's broken. I mean, that it just snapped, so I don't have a lid for this paint. Oh, I don't know what to do about that. All right, so like I said, I'm trying to, oh, I could do a Ziploc bag, yeah. Yes, I could do that. Okay. It's kind of hot here today. But it's really rainy, so I hope it's not too dark. I tried to get some light going, but I don't know if I succeeded or not. So I would like to finish up the tags, but I didn't do my homework, and I don't know how far all of you have gotten. Hi, Tanya. And hi, Lisa. I don't know how far all of you have gotten with your tags. I need to catch up a little bit. So I thought, you know, we had so much fun on Sunday just playing with the watercolors and the different various pencils and crayons and tubes and pans and, you know, all the different watercolor thingies. I thought maybe we could continue on and play with some more of some of the things that I've got laying around. And that got me to thinking about these signatures. Now these signatures I started probably 2 years ago, and these are my underpapers that I would use under projects as I was painting. I would clean off stamps on these and use up paint, all that kind of stuff. So these I ended up sewing into signatures because I absolutely just love them. So I'll just flip through them so you can see what I'm doing here. A lot of these are the Twinkling H2Os. I don't know how many of you know what the Twinkling H2Os are, if you have them, but a lot of the shimmer on these, let's see if we can get it focused. A lot of the shimmer on these pages are the Twinkling H2Os. Okay, so these are just underpapers. These are me cleaning my stamps off, using up the extra paint that I had left over, or whatever. And they were ending up to be, I couldn't just throw them away. And I really enjoyed them. And so I decided to make signatures out of them and to make a book out of them. Well, when I put the papers together, some of the sides didn't match. And so I've been working in them to kind of make the sides match. You know how I am about my 2-page spreads. I want everything to match. So I would really like to be done with these little papers here and to finally get them sewn all into a book. So while we do some experiments with the Twinkling H2Os and maybe some Inka Gold and maybe some Winka Stella. Hi, Nicole. The sparkly stuff, you know? And I'm trying to get it all finished. I cleaned off stencils in here too. If I had ink on the stencils or paint on the stencils, I would clean them up in here as well. And so I would clean off paint brushes, and they were just the paper that would catch all my leftovers, whatever. I have not used the shimmer watercolors. Oh, you got Winka Stella. I have a couple of them. A couple. I have 3, and only one of them I have actually out of the package. I have silver. What's this one? I have gold, silver, and clear. So, obviously I don't use those enough. Oops. So maybe we can use a couple of those in here. I'm trying to finish some projects. I feel the need to finish some projects. So, this is almost done. Some of them are kind of plain. No, I had them done. You can tell here. I had the paper, a lot of the papers done. So you can see that this was, you can see that that was 2 different pieces of paper, and I folded them up and started putting them together. So these don't match, and that drives me crazy. So to try to match them, I stamped my leaf stamp on top on both sides to kind of blend those in. This one I started doing something to, and I just didn't do. So, yeah, there's different colors. I noticed that when I went to go get some. So I did sew them together when they had a bunch of stuff on them. I didn't like the way they looked together. They were obviously, they weren't matching. And so I have been adding some paints to them to kind of blend both the sides of the page together. So, but that, and I'll come back to this to show you the pages in there. I did not like the way that when I put them together. Hi, Vicki S. Hi, Dances. I didn't like the way that they didn't blend together. So what I had done is I had all these underpapers that I couldn't get rid of. And as I was trying to think about putting them together into signatures, I didn't like the way they looked. So I had them as flat pieces of paper for the longest time. Didn't know what to do with them. And in the meantime, I got some larger pieces of paper out, and I sewed these into signatures and started using these as my underpapers. So these all match, so that I'm happier with them. And when I get them all filled up, then I can put them in a book and they'll all match, and I can remember what project a lot of these pages I was doing at the time, and I'm happier with this. So these are my underpapers. I just happen to work with my underpapers in signatures so that I can do something with them later. This is Inka Gold. Oh, it's Inka Gold. And the project that I was working on was my granddaughter's paper dolls that went in her book last year. This was what was underneath the dolls so that I could get all the way to the edge of each of those dolls. So all of this is Inka gold, and isn't that just ah. So that's what I started doing now, is I have these signatures that I grab. You see me grab them every once in a while during my streams. If I need something, if I want to stamp on the edges of the paper, I'll grab these so I can stamp without getting the inks on my table. Sometimes I forget, but I try to grab them to clean off stamps or to use the wasted paint or whatever. So they're all messy and they're all pantaloons. Paintaloons? Paintaloons. And they're all just, they're not planned. They're just, here's another one. I remember doing this project. That's acrylic metallic paints. I don't have it out right now. With the zigzag stencil. So I do enjoy my underpapers, and now that I've got them into signatures, I really enjoy them a lot. Of course, I don't do the outsides of them, and I'll have to match those up. So I was working on this one today. I did some circles. Here I did a postcard, and I wanted to get the paint all the way to the edge, so I put the postcard on and painted it all the way to the edge, and I ended up with this square that I thought was pretty cool. So this is all these are, just stamp cleanups and things, and I just love, see, I love this one. I love the randomness of the paint scraped to the edge of whatever it was, how it makes it look real interesting. I cleaned off a stencil, cleaned off the circle stamp, you wasted some, used some of the paint. These are actually this paper here. Let's see if we can get it focused. I kept the paper because these are almost full. So I made myself some new ones. Uh-oh, my paper was right here. It is, here it is. It is stuff that I got at Target. It is 9 by 12. And it's just medium weight drawing paper. It doesn't say what the pound is, but I used up the whole thing now on these underpapers. But I love the way they look. So that's all there is to it. Hi, Nicole. So some more shimmery paper. I do tend to clean off stencils on these a lot. I don't like to waste anything. Here was a lot of gold paint, not a whole lot going on really. But those are my underpaper signatures, and like I said, there's only 4 of them, and I've been using them for a while. They're almost full. I do have to do something with that one, but I did make some more, so I would have them. So I really want to finish up these guys today so I can sew them all together in a book and have a finished project. Look at the shimmer. That's Inka gold shimmer. So you can tell they're two different pieces of paper that they didn't start out together. That drives me crazy. I just don't like that at all. I want my pages to look like they belong together. So I love working in signatures for everything. What can I say? I love this one. Love that. Look at the shimmer on that. And that is my flip-flop. I was cleaning off my flip-flop. So Inka Gold is absolutely fabulous. Here's another. That's Inka Gold. Look at the shine on that. Look at the shine. I mean, that is just... Here I was testing out the square stamp. So I've got some leaf stamps that I haven't used in here. And I've got some pages that need a little bit of something. So the Inka Gold is fabulous. Here's another. Oh, actually this one is the Twinkling H2Os. Can you see the shimmer on that? Ooh. We'll use both of them today. I don't usually use the Twinkling H2Os because I know a lot of people don't have them, and I don't like to be the enabler. I enabled everybody last on Sunday with the shimmer sticks, and I do want to visit those again too. I just love it. Because I noticed the shimmer sticks, the recollections that I got at Michael's are almost exactly the same. They're different colors, and I kind of wanted to get them out and kind of compare them a little bit. And I guess we could do that first. But the ones at Michael's might be easier for people to get, and you can use a 50% coupon or a 40% coupon and get them at a really good price. See, this one needs a whole lot of something. We'll come back to that. This page didn't. I put some blank pages in between because I couldn't get the pages to. Hello, Anna. I couldn't get the pages to match too much, and I really wanted to put them all in a book. So I did put some blank pages in between. So not all of the pages had something in them before I put them together. I cheated just a little bit. Here's my fish in a bird cage. I was figuring out how to put my fish that I drew before he went on top of the elephant. I think Vicki S., I think you've got that postcard. Hello, Gloria. Hello, Susan. Opinions on dark and black shimmer? What do you mean by that? I don't have very much black, and I don't have a lot of black shimmer. I do have, I did some circle stamps. I have, well, I've got the black Inka Gold. Well, actually, it's not black. It's hematite. So it is blackish. It's really dark gray. And I do have, and I don't know if I've got them in here. I do have a black Twinkling H2O. I've got a ton of the H2Os. And I just put a few of them in here to play around with. But I could probably figure out where that I have black. Oh, they had the shimmer sticks. Yes, at Michael's. Yes, yes. You prefer the darker? Well, we'll go and experiment with them today. I'll find my Twinkling H2O. Just flip through the last bits of these pages before we start playing. I'll find my black one because I'm sure I've got a few different black ones. We'll add some color to that and get it finished. We need to get some circle stamps. You've got the copper Inka gold. This is the orange. Here's the copper. They're way different. Ooh, and here's the gold. Yes. Let me look for my black Twinkling H2O. I should have one somewhere. Oh, yes, embossing powder is good too. All right, so I just want to say I am completely sorry about this before I show my collection. I got these Twinkling H2Os probably in 2004. I absolutely fell in love with these things, and every time I would go to any store that had them and a new color set came out, I got the set because I loved all the different colors. I mean, look at all the different colors. Can you see them? They're all different, and they would come out with new colors constantly. So I kept getting all the new colors. And so there's got to be black in here somewhere. But I don't see any black. Here's all the light colors. I like the light colors, the whites and the iridescents, because you can put them over other colors and just make the colors shimmery. Just love that. Ugh. So please excuse me that I have, this is my obsession, and like I said, I don't like to show them very much because I know a lot of people don't have them, and I hate to make people want to go buy stuff. I want people to use what they have. I don't see black. Here's chestnut brown. Oh, here it is. China black. All right. So we've got the China black, and we can use a chestnut brown. And what's another dark color? Rich cobalt. That would be a very dark color as well. And I'm sure I got a dark green. Golden jade, is that? It's not the darkest. Forest green is pretty dark. And so I've got black, green. Let's do Bolivian blue is pretty dark. And that should be good. Burnt umber. Let's pull that one out too. All right. So we've got some dark ones to mess around with. And these things last a very, very, very long time. So I have used them and used them and used them, and I have never used up a color yet. So they are kind of, they're worth the money, in my opinion. So, hi BJ. Yeah, I'm sorry. I am not a person that likes to go buy stuff, and I don't like putting things out there for that are going to want make other people want to spend money. I don't like spending money. That's my problem. I do not like spending money. I don't shop online. I just don't like spending money. And I don't like causing other people to spend money. It's one of those things. All right, so these are the Recollections shimmer sticky things. And all right, I'll say it. My name is Carla, and I'm addicted to Twinkling H2Os. I can't help myself. I am totally addicted. I'm addicted to shimmer because I like the Inka Golds too. I really like the Inka Golds too. So the sparkle ones are what we used before on Sunday. So let's just play around with the sparkle ones for a second. Let me find a page that needs a little something something. And that's a page. So what's nice about they're different colors. They are different colors. What's nice about these, they're like lipsticks. They are just creamy and really easy to blend, and they're really nice. And I've got my collection of leaf stamps. I am sorry. I don't like it when I'm tempted to buy stuff, so I don't like tempting other people to buy stuff. And that is just my own personal, I don't know what it is all about, but I don't like to buy stuff, so I don't like tempting other people to buy stuff. It's just the way I am. I don't know. I don't know. So here's my little collection of leaf stamps. I've got quite a few going on here. And I have been putting this Scotch removable double-sided tape underneath my foams so that I can use a acrylic block to use the stamps and not have to put them all on cardboard and stuff. And then I put them on this wax paper and store them that way. So let's see if we can get focused. Let's see. All right. Stay focused. Yes, I understand. You guys, are they like gelatos? I believe they are. They are very much like gelatos. They're creamy like that, yeah. I don't know how opaque they are. I guess we could do a test and see. I am going to put some leaves on here, some leaveses. Here I am making up words. Some leaves. Some leaves. I actually do speak American. I don't speak English. I definitely speak American. My English is not as proper as all that. So let's take a look at what's going on here. Let's do some leaves on this page. And we'll see just how opaque they all are. I'll get the gelatos out too. We can kind of compare those a little bit. Just a little bit. See what happens. All right. I think that is going to be good. All right. So we used the shimmer sticks on Sunday. Those are pretty close to the same color, but not the same. So I am going to color this one in with the shimmer stick. The sparkle stick, I guess, is what it is. Let's color that. And these are water soluble, so you can add water to them. And you know, they are kind of opaque. It kind of does take away a little bit. You can still see through them, but not as much as you would think. So that is the sparkle, and let me use the recollections on this one over here, and we can kind of compare. They feel exactly the same. Exactly. They're creamy, they're smooth, they're sparkly, and you know, I'm going to rub them together with my finger a little bit. I see absolutely no difference in the two of them. Absolutely none. They feel exactly the same. They're exactly the same color. They feel the same. They shimmer the same. They feel really good. So let me get the gelatos out. And I've got a blue gelato. My gelatos are not sparkly. So let me use this light blue one. And we'll just put the gelato. Yeah, they're very much like gelatos. They're just like lipstick. Very much like lipstick. They're very creamy. And that is the gelato. You still see a little bit because I rubbed it in. Yes, sparkles. This is the sparkles. And this is the recollections that I got at Michael's. I don't know exactly what they called this. They came in a pack of 12. And I found them over with the Tim Holtz stuff. I don't know exactly. I think I was looking for them and couldn't find them again. They might have moved them. You might want to ask where they might be at now, but they are just about, they're different colors. Definitely different colors. I've got a red in the recollections, and the sparkles, there's no red there. It's pink. So it would be different colors. There's different colors in the packs. And the yellow, I mean, they're all different colors completely. So I am just going to put some color on these other leaves. I need to stop saying that. And I'm going to put some shimmer on this leaf too, so it doesn't feel left out. You can't let it feel left out. Yeah, I like them a lot. And I like that I don't have to add water to them, so they would be really good for a journal. you not have to add a ton of water and warp your pages, and it really adds a lot of nice color to them. Uh-oh, we're out of focus. We're out of focus. Yeah. So the recollections are the Michaels ones. They're fabulous. I can't tell you the difference between them. They seem exactly the same. They're just different colors. They work the same. They sparkle just as well. So that is that. Love them. I love them a lot. I'm curious, do I have a red page? Let me see how red the red is. Does it seem red? I can't tell. No, it's kind of on the pink side. Let's get a new signature out here that doesn't have any color on it and take a look. Ooh. And here it is with a little bit of, I have a water brush that's got some water in it. A little bit of water in it. Yeah. I like that. Here's some pink. So you can see it's nice. It's a nice red. It really is a nice red. It really is a nice red. How do I store my stamps? Most of my handmade stamps so far, I have in this basket so that I can grab them right away. I've got those circles that are on lids in here. Oh, I found another leaf. That should go in my leaf collection. But I also have some of just the foam stamps, and I am getting ready to put the foam ones because I've got too many. I've got too many things for my basket. I'm getting ready to, with the tape on them, I can put them in a page protector, or I can put them in the binder with the pockets, like I store my stencils. It's just the plastic pockets that you can slip things in. I got pockets on both sides. So that's how I store a lot of stencils, and a lot of that kind of thing is in the binder like that. So I can get to them and I can flip through them and they're not, you know, attached to something else and all that stuff. So with that being said, oh, I got the leaf stamp. I'm going to take the leaf stamp off, and I'm going to put this circle on with a piece of tape because it doesn't have any yet. And let's do some experiments with the shimmer sticks and stamps. Let's see if we can get it to stamp. Put some color on the stamp. I'm going to mist it a little bit and see what happens. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like it a lot. Let's not stamp that or spritz that one. I like it, but I think I like it better spritzed. Ah. Yep, I do like the spritzing. I like the spritzing. I like the spritzing. I like a little bit of water with them. And they're still, even with the water, they're still pretty pretty shimmery. They're not watered down that way. I like them. Sorry. I had so much fun with these things on Sunday and thought that we needed to revisit some of the techniques with some of these. A lot of people ordered them. I'm going to get the color off my stamp using my underpapers. I'm trying, I know that a lot of people like to buy things, and I am trying to get over my I don't know what it is, my fear or whatever it is. As I know people want to see the comparisons and they want to know what this stuff is, and I will be doing tags with the stuff that I have, and so I wanted you to see how to use it, so I thought it would be best to do it in a video and play around with them. So that's the recollections. That is the recollections, and they work really well. So should we do anything else with those while we have them out? Should I put them away? And go on to, well, we've done Inka Golds. So maybe we should play around with some Twinkling H2Os. If you guys don't want me to do the H2Os, if you don't want to be tempted, let me know and we will do something else. I cannot tempt you. I know what it is not to want to buy stuff. I am on a very, very strict budget, and I hate it when I want something and I know that I can't really go get it. So I know how that is. I'm going to put, seems like some of these other pages needed some stuff. So while you guys are discussing whether we should investigate, tempt you, love the temptation, do the H2Os. Demos would be good. I have a budget of 0. I can't spend any. I spend a little bit because I need to get glue and stuff like that. But I am on a no buy at the moment, so no, I can't buy stuff, new fun stuff. I'm not supposed to buy anything so I can pay my rent, which is not any fun. This book is pretty close to being full. I'm looking for a page to, here's a page that needs some stuff. So let's do some Twinkling H2Os. I am going to actually put these 2 crayons together at a later date because they pretty much do the same exact thing. So I'm going to be moving these Crayola crowns out. These are nice lipstick blendy kind of things too, but they're not shimmery. They're just water soluble sticks. So I need to put those together. They need to go together. All right. So, and I should have been doing this before. The trick with the Twinkling H2Os. Let me get some colors out here. Let's get some deep coral, apple blossom. Let's get some of these dark ones. Persimmon. Spiced pumpkin. Uh-oh. Some of that is escaping. We can't have that. I should put my lids somewhere so that I can get to them later. I'll put them in there. All right. Let's do some of these dark ones. Here's the rich cobalt and the forest green. Can we see these colors? It's too high. Here's the black. Burnt umber. Ooh. It's a brown kind of color. Here is Bolivian blue, which is really nice too. Chestnut, that's pretty close to the other one. So I am putting that one back. We'll do something else. And we don't need any more pink. We need a yellow. Here's sunburst. And is that enough? Probably. Probably for our purposes right now. Probably. Let's do a mystic blue too. All right. So the trick with these little babies is, here, I've got a dropper with just plain water. You need to let me get the lid off the dropper. You need to let the water soak into, I'm just putting water, can you see that? Into the pots. And it's soaked right on in there, so I don't know if you can see it. You see that there's water in there. You've got to let them set for at least 10 minutes. At least 10 minutes. So let me get the water in here. If you do not let them set and activate, you're not getting the color out to its full potential. And I guess we could do a little experiment so you can see exactly what happens if you use them too early. And that is all of them. All right. Let me put these sticks someplace. If you use them, I'm just going to use just a regular brush. If you use them too early, we'll do an experiment on here. Another experiment here. Let me use this one, and it's not been activated yet. So you can see the kind of color that it's got now, okay? That was just one little brush stroke of the color. So it's very, very light and not a whole lot of color is going through there. Let me put that one there. So I know which one I used. This one looks like it needs more water. It's soaked in a lot. Trying to do some with the black too, because we want to see what the black shimmer looks like. And you want to make sure that you've got clean water, which I don't have. For you don't want to contaminate, you don't want to put the brush with one color into the other pots because you'll contaminate the colors. So you want to make sure. I used to use Q-tips for them a lot, but the Q-tips, they soak up the color quite a bit. Where are my Q-tips? Here they are. But for this experiment, we will use Q-tips so I don't have a bunch of brushes going all out and doing all kinds of funny things. All right, so I'm still kind of waiting for the colors to activate. I have used them on black paper. Let me grab a piece of black paper and we can experiment on those too. And to experiment on black paper, I've just got some black paper here. I'll get it out in a second. But we'll do one of the iridescent, really light colors. So let me put some water in one of those so we can play around with those too. Good idea, just to see what's going on. Let's see, how are we doing with the color? We're getting there. It's all about waiting for this color to activate. So this was the same color that I used right here, but it's pretty activated now. So you can see the difference. You can see the difference. You have to wait for them to reconstitute and for them to get juicy. You gotta wait. It's all about waiting, but you can see the difference between those, right? That little bit of paint went so much further. It's so much darker than before it was activated. That is the major trick, and it is. It's shimmery, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, it's fabulous, all right? And this stuff is like watercolors. You can, color things in with it. I use watercolors as, I use them as to add color. I do. So I am going to wash off this brush because I kind of want to use, let me use the red on here. So here's another thing that you can do with the Twinkling H2Os. Let me use a regular stamp. Let me use the circle stamp. After your paint has activated, you can brush the color Uh-oh, this has got too much water to it. It's not activated enough. So I'm going to let that dry. And that is bright, bright red. I don't think I really wanted bright red. Let me see what the pink does. Uh-oh, that one only has Q-tip on one side. And that pink is exactly like the pink that was underneath it. So you can't see it, but you can see the shimmer. You can see the shimmer. Let's see. Let's find a page. I want to try some of these. The black. I really want to try the black. Doesn't seem to be activating though. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. It does not like this Q-tip though. Let me find some other brushes. Let me find some other brushes because it's not liking that Q-tip at all. Can't let that go to waste. It doesn't seem to be shimmery. Isn't that funny? It doesn't shimmer at all. That's interesting. Let's see what one of the other colors does. I don't want to use the Q-tips. Seems to be not working well with the Q-tips. What is this one? Let's do this green. Because that black does not have a shimmer at all to it. Ooh, but that one does. Oh, see, these colors are just, fabulous. They really are. I got some water down here. To clean stuff off in so I can keep using the brushes. All right, so that, what was that? Mystic blue. It's kind of a blue-green. Can you see that? Oh, hello, Mary. Oh, yeah, it's already dry. The black is dry. I can see a little mica in there, but it's not, maybe it's the Q-tip. Let's try the black again and see what happens with a brush. Maybe it doesn't like the Q-tips. I do not see any shimmer on that. I just don't see any shimmer. I don't know why. Seems strange to me, but there's no shimmer to that. Completely none. That seems interesting because there's lots of shimmer with all the other colors. Let's try this one, and this one is rich cobalt. Oh, talk about rich. Talk about rich. Yes, it is rich. But see, the black, it's not shimmery. Well, I guess it might be a little bit, but it doesn't look shimmery in real life here. Oh, the green, the forest green. I'm just making a mess here. They're nothing like magicals. I've never used magicals, so I don't know anything about them. All right, so I'm supposed to be putting color to this book here. And I need a lighter color, so I'm going to add a whole lot of water and put some in this lid here, because these are way too rich for what I'm doing. I'm going to take a little bit of that blue and add it to this water. And use that. I need some more paint. Yeah, I do. Just to add some color, but not quite so dark. Kind of like that. But you can see even that there's quite a bit of pigment there. You just got your sparkles just now? Really? That was pretty fast. What was the color name for the turquoise? This one? This is forest green, cobalt blue, and this one was Bolivian blue. Bolivian blue. I can't turn it upside down because then I will lose the color. I need a bigger brush. I need a mop brush. Let's see if this works. Just to add color to a large area. It's not quite so dark. I do have to add quite a bit of water to it, but it sure is pretty. And it doesn't stick like acrylics. So I can put it with this other one and it will be fine. Look how pretty that is. Look how pretty that is. Uh-oh. That's with a whole bunch of water. And that is it not watered down. You can see how the sparkles she's talking about are the crayons that I was just showing. Sparkle crayons. The sparkle. See, they're sparkle. Sparkle watercolor gel crayons. I showed these on Sunday, so people ordered them on Sunday, and I guess people are getting them right now. The sparkles are, these I got at, I want to say Barnes & Noble. It doesn't say here. I think that's the brand, Sparkle. I think that's the brand. So I am going to turn the page and work on something else. I wanted to do something with this stamp, and it doesn't look like it is doing what I want it to do. I think there's too much water in it. We'll stamp on this one. It's supposed to dry, and it is not doing that. So I'm kind of waiting for it to dry a little bit. But I guess in the meantime, because I think I've got too much water to it, I'm gonna stamp with it while it's wet. Get the other pages out of the way. I'm trying to keep the pages in the same order. So I'm just gonna stamp with it so it's watercolory. Just like that. And this isn't the trick though, but we're gonna have to try again. Get some of that water off of there because it's not drying. Well, it doesn't seem to be working. We can try with the dark ones again, but they do certainly shimmer. They shimmer as well as the other ones. Okay, so let me revisit this stamp and see if I can get it to work this time. Not quite as much water. And this is looking a little bit better. All right, perfect. All right, so it's got to be really, really thick. And I'm going to paint the color. You can see now that the paint is actually sticking to the rubber instead of in the middle there where it had too much water. It wasn't sticking. So that's what I'm doing is I am painting the stamp with the Twinkling H2Os. And I'm going to give it a good coat just like that. Okay, now I am going to let that dry. In the meantime, do I have another stamp I can use? Leave that brush right there so I can use that one again. Let's visit the black again. And let's do the same thing. On this little stamp. And see if we can get it to shimmer. I can't imagine it not shimmering. It's the only one I've ever seen that doesn't shimmer. So I brushed it on the stamp. Okay, thanks, Melissa. I will get to that. Ooh. I'm going to mist it to activate the little bit of color that's left on there. See, I love stamping with these things. Just love it. Of course, I've got a little bit of color left on it. So we'll just put that color right there so it's not wasted on one of the under papers. And this is how I get them to be so chaotic and weird looking, is I don't really plan where things are getting used up on. So there's that. Oh, and see, I like this. I like this a lot. We're getting ready to be done with our experiments here. And my stamp won't dry. But I don't see a shimmer on the black. It's still wet, so what you see in the shine is wet. I don't see a shimmer. But it is a nice, rich black. It really is a nice, rich black. Really like that a lot. I'm trying to use up that little bit of color. And I've got these other pots open. Should we do, I'm waiting for my thing to dry. We should do the experiment on the black paper. Let's do an experiment on the black paper and see what happens with the black paper. We'll use this white. Oh, and that is nice and creamy. You can see, can you see? Let's see if I can get, this is the consistency you want for your paints. It's all creamy. Oh, yeah, it is. All right, so this is iridescent red. Oh, and you can certainly tell that it has a red tint to it. Can you see it? No. 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 Oh, can you see it? You kind of can see it down there. It doesn't want to show it up close, but that is really fabulous. Like really, really fabulous. This needs a little bit more water. Come on. Here's the pink. The pink isn't as bright. It's not as activated either, but the pink is not quite as bright. It really does shine against the black. Yeah, this is iridescent red. I've got them in iridescent, you know, blues and yellow and all that. I just grabbed one of them. It just happened to be the red one, but it definitely, and the pink, you can, it kind of sinks into the paper and you really can't see it, but you can certainly see the iridescent. So the Artist Loft shimmery watercolors is the same kind of thing. It would be nice to know, as I haven't used those, but I might have to go and investigate. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah. Wow, that's expensive. I did not pay that much for the Twinkling H2Os. No way. No, no. And of course, that was in 2004, so it was quite a while ago. I did not pay that much money. Now I really feel guilty. Are they that expensive every place else? Yes, and that is before, yeah, before we go any further, do not put lids on these things until they are completely dry. I have a great purple that I closed when it was still a little wet, and it cemented itself closed. I can't get it open. I have tried many times. I'm going to have to break the container to get it open. The pigment is so sticky. If you close it and it's just there's just a tad bit of pigment on the threads, it will glue itself shut, never to be opened again. So yes, I just leave my Twinkling H2Os out until they're completely dried up. Some of them are getting that way pretty quickly. This is the one that I used, and I used most of the water that I had put in there. So, but I probably won't put lids on them until tomorrow morning, just so that I know that they're not gonna. And that's the reason you don't want to close them when they're wet, because they will glue themselves shut. And it is a glue. All right, let's see how this is working. Is it dry? Nope, it's not quite dry yet. You want your stamp, after you paint the color on, you want your stamp, come on, to be dry. Maybe I should hold it up to the light. You want your stamp to be dry for this to work, and I can still see some shiny wet bits on there. You know, I bet I would be able to get it open with some warm water. I haven't tried that. I was actually thinking I would have to break the container, and I was kind of waiting for one of my other containers to be done so that I could put it in that. But anyway, so you wait for your stamp to dry completely, which this is not. So this is probably not going to work, but we're getting to the point where we need to stop for the day. So I don't want to go much further. A mister bottle. I have a fine mister that I usually use for this. I don't know where it is. it's missing an action. I have been using this one so much. Oh, here it is. Of course, it doesn't have any water in it. I guess I could put water in it. Let's put some water in that one. This is a Judykins fine, extra fine mist spritzer. And this is the one that I always used for this technique. This is, of course, just a cheap Dollar Tree body splash that I used and cleaned the bottle out so I could have the spritzer. Okay, so here is the fine mister. And this is just about dry. Just about. It's got a couple little bits on it, but this is what you want to do. After it dries, you want to, and from quite a distance, let's get the water going through there. Thank you. From quite a distance, you just want to lightly mist the stamp, just like that, to activate the color. And it stamps perfectly well. Perfectly. And that's how you stamp with, you can stamp watercolor this way, and you can stamp with the Twinkling H2Os this way as well. I do not leave my Twinkling H2Os open. I put lids on them. I always put the lids on them. The Inka Gold can mold, yes. So what's going on here? I missed it, Jane. They get moldy. I've never had one get moldy, but of course I always wait for them to be completely dry before I do anything with them. So that is, that one had too much water. I sprayed it too close, so it's not as defined as this one. And that is why you don't want to put too much spray on your stamp. That's what happens. You want just a real light mist. And then it will stamp perfectly. So I've used up pretty much all of the paint on there. So I have to wait for it to dry again, because if I stamp it when it's wet, it gets that watercolor looking effect. And I'll show you. Well, that one stamped pretty well. It called me a liar. But these are great. These are great. Yes, your Inka Golds will mold. They are a wax-based product. They will mold if you put your fingers in there. The oils from your fingers will cause those to mold like really fast, really immediately. So I never put my fingers in the Inka Gold. I always use a palette knife, scoop out what I'm going to use, and then use it up. I never put my fingers in the Inka Gold. A lot of people had a lot of problems with the Inka Gold. I was not aware that the Twinkling H2Os would mold. But like I said, I always make sure mine are completely dry, and then I put the lids on them. So All right. So is there any more questions about the Twinkling H2Os at this point? I'm just going to rub some of this color on since it's open and it's got all this juicy stuff in there. I didn't even get to use all of them. And I'm going to turn the page. There's other pages that need some stuff. Trying to get this all filled up today. Did we use this one? I think we did, right? I'm going to use that last little bit of water, and I'm going to mix these two colors just a little bit. Wow, that is a rich color. And I'm doing this over the Inka golds I put on earlier, and it seems to be the Inka gold is resisting the Twinkling H2Os just a little bit. Isn't that funny? Use up all that color. Just like that. Anything else? We've got a couple more minutes. Can you think of any other experiments we need to do? Do some stamping on that one. Oh, here's some red. Let me just put some of this color on here so it doesn't go to waste. The time went really fast. I didn't feel like I showed a whole lot. It went way too fast. I didn't get anything done. But we played, right? We played a little bit. I'm going to wipe off this stamp. We played a little bit. Do the sparkle sticks resist like crayons? Well, let's take a look. Where did we do that? Here's the experiment with that. Let's put a little bit of water in here. And we'll use this brush. Trying to get it to drop. Oops. I can't tell. It doesn't seem to. Oh, that's funny. Nope, it doesn't. They don't resist. Not any more than the regular paper. Wow. Okay. Okay, so I guess we'll wait for that to dry and see what that looks like. But no, it doesn't seem to, the sparkle sticks do not resist. All right. I'm going to set these aside because I like I like that. So, did I say hello to you, Lisa? Don't remember if I did or not. I kind of like the way that looks, so I'm going to let it dry that way. I'm trying to use up some of these paints. This one looks like it's pretty much used up. That one's pretty close to dry. I never used any of this burnt umber. That one's dry. Let's see here. There's another page that needs some color. That needs something. Not sure exactly what. This is a dark blue. It is out of control blue. Out of control blue. All right. I think oh, here's some blue-ish kind of something. I probably need to put some more water in here because that is just... Oh, you're welcome. It was very interesting to do that experiment on black paper. I wasn't sure of the answer, so I needed to know that kind of stuff too. Let me add a little bit more water to that so it's not quite so dark. Just to add some shimmer. There we go. I'm going to have to try the Michaels brand watercolor shimmer stuffs. What are those called? I think I'm going to have to try those. I'm curious of how they compare to these Twinkling H2Os. Are they expensive? Oh, I do have more fish bits. Yep, I do. I have lots of fish bits. I do, I do. Did I miss it? Did I miss that question? I'm sorry. Just email me and I can get them in the mail real fast. That one kind of stuck a little bit. All right, so this one needs a little bit of something. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a stamp. And I'm going to put some of this color on the table. Like that. And let's see what happens when you stamp this way. I like it. I like it. I like everything. I'm as bad as Mikey. I like it. I do. That's turning out kind of nice. I don't know exactly where the color sticks are at Michael's. Like I said, I think I found them near the Tim Holtz stuff, but I think they moved them because when I went back to look for them, they weren't there anymore. I think they moved them someplace else. I'm not sure where they would be. You'd have to ask someone where they moved stuff to, because I'm not sure where it went to. So I've got all this color down here. And you know I can't waste color, so I'm going to mist it. And see if it transfers to the paper. The napkins came. Fabulous. Oh, yep. Yep. Nice way to add color. Yeah, everything. They moved everything. They did. They moved everything on mine too. In mine. So I don't know where anything is. They don't. Not the same things are in the same with the same stuff anymore. Everything is changed around. So you just have to ask where they put stuff. I believe they're called shimmer sticks, the Michaels brand shimmer sticks, but I could be wrong, but I think that's what they were called. Using up that color. Like that a lot. And I've got some colors down here, and so I think I'm just going to add some colors to my underpapers. Well, I have the colors out. Well, they're fabulous. Oh, they are just, that is just a blue. It is a blue. It's very blue-like. Very, very blue. Uh-oh, and it's seeping through the other side. Oh, well. Oh, well. Let's see. I've got this red. Oh, wow. What a great color. What a great color. Oh, I like those stamps. I've got 2 of them. I've got 2 of them. I do like those. I use them all the time. All the time. All right, so we're past our time. We are past our time. Sorry, I'm having fun with using up the last little bits of color. This needs a whole lot more water to it because that is a dark, dark blue. There we go. There we go. So I've used up all my color now. Yay. All right. So I'm going to let those dry. Clean up all my brushes. Put away my toys. It'll be interesting to see how shimmery that is in a blue mood. The blue went so far. I just got a little tiny bit of blue out and it won't use itself up. So I'm trying to use it up. I'm not necessarily in a blue mood. Look how vivid that is. That was just a little bit of color. And it went through. It went through. It went through like crazy. So I think that's it for today. All right. So hopefully I can get this thing all dried up, and I think it is ready to be sewn together in a book, and I can call it done. Except I need to make the cover. I probably need to make a Twinkling H2O cover. A piece of paper with the Twinkling H2Os, or maybe some of this Inka gold. I need something on that one too. Something on that one. Something. All right. I had fun. I hope you all had fun. I'll have to do some investigation to see how expensive these Twinkling H2Os are now. I might have needed to do that before I played with them. I do apologize for tempting you all to get the Twinkling H2Os. I do love them. They are really really cool. They really are. So thanks everyone for spending some time with me. And I hope you had some fun. I had some fun. I needed a little bit of playtime, I think. I just needed some relaxing playtime. So that's all I did was some relaxing playtime. So thanks everyone. If you liked the video and want me to experiment with other kinds of things like these, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked that, and I will consider tempting you with other stuff. We never did get to the Inka golds today. The Twinkling H2Os pretty much took the whole show. All right, so down in the description box below is Art Experiments, the Facebook group. If you would like to join the group, the link is down below. Answer a couple of questions so we know that you are a like-minded art type person. And we will get you into the group. Down there is also the link to my Patreon if you are so inclined to help support me make more videos like this and I do other things. It helps me to continue making videos. If I get enough support, I will continue making videos. So the Patreon link is down below as well. If you want to send me something for the FIBS book, that address is down below as well. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and you'll get notifications when YouTube wants to give you notifications that I am live streaming or if I have a new video up. So thanks everyone for spending the time with me. Happy Tuesday, and hope the rest of your day is fabulous. Crafting Mamas, Shelly will be streaming later tonight. She streams at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. She does all kinds of fun stuff, so you might want to go visit and find some more fun stuff to do. Okay? So bye everyone. And Melissa, 70 Acre Studio, streams at 7 p.m. Eastern Time today. And today's Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. So go look at her cool stuff too. Alrighty. And I'm looking forward to getting this finally in a book. So thanks everyone. Bye.